bodies will fall, and streets will burn once again. Chicago isn't ready for what's coming next. And neither is Tommy Egan. The trailer for Power Book 4, Force Season 3, just dropped, and it's not just showing chaos. It's warning us. Every frame, every shadow, every look screams one thing: death is coming, and no one is safe. From old enemies resurfacing to new players hungry for blood, the balance of power is shifting fast. And if the past seasons taught us anything, it's that when Tommy's world starts to crumble, someone's going in the ground. Season 2 of Power Book 4, Force left us hanging on a cliff made of bullets, blood, and betrayal. The city of Chicago, already divided, saw every alliance tested to its breaking point. Tommy Egan, once the unpredictable outsider, became the center of the storm, pulling every string he could to take over the game. But in trying to control it all, he lost more than he gained. The death of Liliana still echoes through Tommy's actions. She wasn't just his partner in the streets. She was one of the few people who truly understood him. Her death broke something inside him, pushing him deeper into revenge and chaos. Every choice he made afterward carried that anger, a quiet, dangerous fury that doesn't fade but builds like pressure under fire. Now, as Season 3 approaches, that pressure is ready to explode. Diamond and Jinnard's war for control of CBI ripped the city apart. Diamond tried to rebuild his empire with a sense of order, wanting to do business cleanly, but Jinnard's ego and need for respect made that impossible. The brothers' bond turned into a rivalry that couldn't be fixed. Diamond tried to lead with reason, but in this world, logic doesn't win, power does. And Jinnard, he was willing to risk it all, even his own people, to prove he was the real boss. The trailer hints that this feud isn't over. If anything, it's about to reach its deadliest point. Then there's the Flynn family, Vic and Claudia, both dealing with the weight of their father's death and the destruction of their once powerful Irish dynasty. Vic, torn between guilt and survival, looks like a man walking on a tightrope, unsure which side to fall on. The trailer shows him quieter, colder, maybe even more dangerous. He's lost too much to be innocent now. Claudia, on the other hand, is still plotting in the shadows. She's always been underestimated, but this season, she looks like she's ready to strike back with her own plan. The question is, who's going to pay the price for her ambition? And then there's Tommy's empire itself. His grip on the Chicago drug scene is strong, but not unbreakable. He's facing enemies from every corner: rival gangs, old partners, and even the law closing in. The trailer flashes scenes of him staring at maps, making deals, and holding guns with that familiar cold look in his eyes. It's not just about money anymore. It's about control. It's about survival. Season 2 ended with Tommy standing on top, but in the Power universe, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. And judging from the tone of the new trailer, Tommy's empire might be next in line to collapse. The music, the quick cuts, the slow-motion shots of people looking over their shoulders, all of it hints that blood will be spilled. Maybe it'll be Tommy's, maybe someone close to him, but the message is clear: no one stays safe for long. What's even more interesting is how the trailer plays with silence. Between the chaos, there are moments of stillness: Tommy staring at the skyline, a funeral scene, and a voice saying, "Power doesn't last forever." It feels like a warning, not just for Tommy but for everyone chasing the throne. Because in this world, power isn't something you keep, it's something you fight for, again and again, until it kills you. And that's where Season 3 begins, not with peace, but with tension ready to snap. Every character has something to lose, and the streets of Chicago are about to remind them that loyalty has a price. The game is changing, the players are desperate. And when desperation mixes with ambition, death always follows. The trailer for Power Book 4, Force Season 3 doesn't whisper, it roars. From the very first frame, it tells you that this season isn't about rebuilding power. It's about surviving it. The streets of Chicago are drenched in cold light. Neon signs flicker through the smoke. And Tommy Egan walks through it all like a man who's already made peace with the idea of dying. Every shot feels heavy, loaded with meaning. The sound design, the pacing, even the way the camera lingers on faces, it's all screaming one thing: war is coming. The tone this time is darker, sharper, and more personal. In the first few seconds, we see Tommy standing in an empty alley, his eyes distant but focused. He's not shouting, not moving fast, he's calm, and that's what makes it terrifying, because Tommy's calm means someone's about to die. The trailer cuts between flashes of gunfire, deals in dim rooms, and funeral candles burning out. Each transition feels like a heartbeat: fast, erratic, dangerous. It's not showing chaos for spectacle, it's showing the cost of it. What makes this trailer so powerful is how it hides as much as it reveals. The dialogue is short, clipped, almost like riddles. We hear a few key lines. Everyone's got to pay their debt. Chicago only remembers killers. You think you can outrun death. These lines don't just fill silence. They set the theme. The show isn't just about who kills whom anymore, it's about what power takes from you. Tommy's voiceover, cool and broken, says, "Power changes people. And I'm not sure I'm the same man anymore." That one line captures everything the trailer wants us to feel. He's not chasing control. He's chasing purpose, even if it kills him. The cinematography deserves attention. The city of Chicago has never looked this alive and this dead at the same time. The skyline glows under a blood-red sky, while alleys drip with rain and tension. The camera keeps moving in tight frames, faces, hands, eyes showing us emotion before we even get the words. A slow-motion shot of Tommy loading his gun, followed by Diamond staring into a cracked mirror, tells us everything about where their heads are. It's not about trust or loyalty anymore. It's about who's left standing when the smoke clears. Then comes the pace shift. Midway through the trailer, everything speeds up: gunfire, sirens, cars racing through the city, and a haunting track in the background. We see glimpses: Vic holding a photo of his father before burning it, Claudia sitting across from someone we don't recognize, Jennard punching a wall, blood on his hands, and Tommy dragging a body into the trunk of his car under the sound of rain. None of it's explained, but that's the brilliance of ITT. Leaves us asking questions. Who's dead? Who betrayed whom? And how far will Tommy go this time? There's also a strange beauty in how the trailer balances violence and silence. Between the chaos, there are moments where everything stops: Tommy looking up at the night sky, Claudia's eyes watering in the dark, Diamond lighting a cigarette with shaking hands. These are the human cracks beneath the crime story, the places where guilt and grief live. It's as if the trailer is reminding us, behind every body count, there's someone breaking apart inside. The use of symbols is clever too. We see fire several times: cars burning, money burning, a funeral candle falling over. Fire has always meant cleansing and power. And in Season 3, it looks like it's coming for everyone. Another recurring image is mirrors: characters looking at themselves, reflections shattered or fogged. That's not by accident. The show is teasing the idea that these people can't escape who they've become. You can run from enemies, but not from the person power turns you into. As the trailer nears its end, we hear a gunshot echo, followed by Tommy saying, "If death's coming, it better come fast." That line lands like a punch. It's not fear, it's defiance. Tommy's not running anymore. He's ready to face whatever comes, even if it's the end. The final shot lingers on him walking away from a burning car, his face half lit, half shadowed. The screen fades to black, and the power logo appears in red, glowing like a wound. No release date, no promise of who survives, just a feeling. A heavy, cold feeling that this season won't just change the story, it'll end parts of it. The trailer leaves viewers unsettled but hungry. It's not about teasing plot points, it's about mood, emotion, and tension. It's showing us that the show is growing up, getting bolder. It's saying, you've seen violence, but now you'll see consequence. Every gunshot, every glance, every heartbeat in that trailer is a clue. And together they form one truth. Death isn't coming as a surprise in Power Book 4. Force Season 3. It's the main character. Every season of Power Book 4. Force feels like a battlefield disguised as a city. And in Season 3, every face we see in the trailer looks like a soldier preparing for their final war. What makes this trailer so haunting isn't just the gunfire or the money, it's the expressions. You can tell these people have seen too much, lost too much. And yet they keep going, because the only way to survive in this world is to keep moving forward. Even if it means walking straight into death. Let's break down each major player, because each of them has a story that could end in blood. Tommy Egan stands at the center of it all, not just as the lead, but as the storm everyone gets caught in. The trailer paints him like a ghost in his own empire. He's quieter now, his anger colder, his decisions sharper. The reckless Tommy who used to pull the trigger first and think later is gone. What we see now is someone who's learned that every move has a price. But that doesn't mean he's stopped pulling the trigger. In one scene, Tommy's seen sitting alone in a dimly lit bar, staring at a glass of whiskey before walking out into the rain. It's not just a moody shot, it's a message. He's done mourning Liliana. Now he's ready to make others pay for it. And when Tommy starts balancing his grief with revenge, that's when people start dying. The trailer makes it clear. This isn't redemption season, it's reckoning season. Then there's Diamond Sampson, who looks like a man stuck between two fires. In the trailer, we see him trying to rebuild what's left of CBI holding meetings, shaking hands, but the tension in his face says everything. Diamond wants control, not chaos. But in Chicago, peace is a fantasy, and everyone knows it. A quick shot shows him wiping blood off his knuckles while staring at a cracked mirror, symbolizing that his clean, calculated leadership might be breaking apart. His relationship with Tommy is the ticking bomb of the show, built on respect but fueled by mistrust. And when money and loyalty start pulling in opposite directions, someone's bound to explode. Yana R.D. Sampson, on the other hand, looks like he's sinking deeper into the dark. His scenes in the trailer are filled with desperation, shouting violence, and betrayal. There's one haunting moment where Gennard is seen screaming in an alley with blood on his shirt. As the camera pans out to show his men walking away from him, it's a symbolic moment that hints he might lose everything: his crew, his control, maybe even his life. Gennard's downfall might be the emotional center of this season, because his story has always been about pride, and pride has no happy endings in Power. Then comes Claudia Flynn, and she's more dangerous than ever. Her presence in the trailer is electrical, strategic, and ruthless. There's a shot of her lighting a cigarette in a dark room as someone's body drops behind her. No words, no panic, just calm. That's what makes her terrifying. She's evolving from being her father's daughter to becoming her own kind of monster. But the danger with Claudia isn't her ambition, it's her isolation. She's playing a solo game now, and in this world, being alone means being vulnerable. There's also a brief clip of her meeting with an unknown figure, possibly a new supplier or a rival boss, and the exchange looks tense. It might be the alliance that makes or breaks her. Vic Flynn looks like a ghost walking through the ruins of his own life. His father's death left a hole in him, and the trailer shows him struggling to fill it with revenge, guilt, or something darker. There's a moment where Vic stands over a coffin, face cold, eyes empty. He's not the same naive son from season 1 anymore. The way he moves, the way he talks, it's like he's learned the hard truth that power doesn't come from family. It comes from fear. The question now is, who will he turn that fear on? Tommy, Claudia, himself? The trailer doesn't tell us, but it hints that Vic's path will end in either redemption or ruin, and in Power, those two roads often lead to the same grave. We also see glimpses of new faces, unknown players who might be allies or enemies. There's a mysterious man seen talking to Tommy in a warehouse, his voice saying, "You can't run Chicago alone." That line might signal a new gang or power broker stepping into the game. Another shot shows a woman with a gun pressed to Claudia's chest, whispering something we can't hear. New blood means new chaos, and in a show like this, every new character usually comes with one purpose: to die or to kill. What makes this season's character setup so thrilling is how everyone seems to be walking toward their own destruction. There's no clear hero left, just survivors trying to outlast each other. The trailer doesn't promise victory, it promises consequences. Every alliance feels temporary, every smile looks fake, and every handshake could be the start of a betrayal. The beauty of this chaos is that it's personal. Tommy isn't fighting for empire anymore. Diamond isn't fighting for respect. Claudia isn't fighting for approval. Vic isn't fighting for family. They're all fighting to feel something real in a world that keeps taking everything away. And that's what makes Season 3's trailer so powerful. It's not just about the war outside. It's about the wars happening inside each of them. Every Power trailer hides its secrets in plain sight. And Season 3 of Power Book 4, Force, is no different. Behind every frame, there's a message. Behind every cut, a clue. The creators didn't just throw together random shots, they built a visual puzzle. And each piece whispers something about who's going to fall, who's going to rise, and who won't make it to the end. This isn't just a trailer. It's a warning dressed as a prophecy. One of the most striking symbols throughout the trailer is fire. We see it over and over, again: cars burning, stacks of money set ablaze, candles melting beside photographs. Fire in the Power universe has always meant two things: destruction and transformation. When something burns, it's either being erased or reborn. The flames that dance behind Tommy in one of the final shots aren't just for show, they represent his inner state. He's consumed by revenge, fueled by rage, and yet there's something almost cleansing about it. Fire doesn't ask questions, it purifies. It could mean Tommy is finally ready to let go of his past, or maybe he's burning away the last pieces of the man he used to be. Either way, every spark in that trailer tells us that Season 3 will end with something or someone being turned to ashes. Then there's the mirror imagery, which shows up in multiple scenes. Diamond stares into a cracked mirror. Claudia's reflection flickers in a nightclub window. Even Tommy, for a split second, looks into a side mirror before driving away. Mirrors in visual storytelling usually represent identity, guilt, or realization. They force characters to face the truth they've been avoiding. The cracks in Diamond's mirror might symbolize his crumbling leadership. Claudia's reflection could show her split between family loyalty and personal ambition. And Tommy, his reflection means he's looking at a version of himself he doesn't recognize anymore. The man who started this war isn't the same man standing in it now. Another clever detail is the color palette. The trailer bleeds red, gray, and gold colors that speak without words. Red is blood, danger, and revenge. Gray represents the in-between, morality fading, loyalties twisting, and gold is temptation, power, money, control. Notice how scenes with Tommy often glow with a golden hue. He's surrounded by the illusion of control. But just like gold, it's shiny and fragile. Meanwhile, Diamond's scenes are washed in gray smoke, showing that he's stuck between peace and chaos. Claudia's lighting is harsh red, almost neon. It screams ambition and deceit. These aren't just stylistic choices. They're storytelling cues. The more you look, the more you realize every frame tells you where each character is headed. One of the most haunting shots in the trailer shows a white rose falling into a puddle of blood. It's a blink and do miss it moment, but it's powerful. The white rose, purity, innocence drowning in red blood, is a direct metaphor for loss. It could symbolize Liliana, whose death still haunts Tommy. Or it could represent how even good intentions in this world get swallowed by violence. That single image might be hinting that another innocent, or at least someone trying to do right, won't make it out alive. Then we have the recurring sound motif, church bells. They ring softly in the background during multiple scenes, often right before a gunshot or a scream. Bells are a chilling symbol. They can signal weddings, funerals, or warnings. In this case, they sound more like death bells, echoing before tragedy. It's subtle but intentional, reminding us that the power world is built on a loop of life and death. Every victory comes with a loss. A lot of fans have noticed a mysterious hand in one of the quick cuts, tattooed, holding a silver chain. It doesn't match any known character we've seen before. Some speculate it could belong to a new villain, possibly someone tied to the old Chicago network Tommy dismantled. The tattoo, shaped like a crown, might symbolize a rival claiming the throne Tommy thought was his. It's these quiet details that make the trailer feel like a chessboard. Every move hints at another coming, every piece waiting to strike. Even the weather in the trailer plays a role. The rain never stops. It pours in nearly every outdoor scene, soaking the streets, blurring the lights. Rain has always symbolized a thing's cleansing and chaos. It hides blood, it muffles sound, and it washes away evidence. But in power, rain is also emotional. It's what falls when the sky can't hold the weight anymore. It's as if the city itself is crying, knowing what's about to happen. And then there's the silence. The trailer uses it like a weapon. After all the gunfire and shouting, there's a single pause. Tommy standing still, his eyes cold, a voice whispering, "Death don't miss twice." That line could mean anything, but the way it's delivered suggests that someone who escaped death before won't be so lucky this time. Fans are already guessing, could it be Diamond, Claudia, Gennard? Whoever it is, that whisper feels like a promise.